Hey guys, today I'm going to cover how we generated 1,100 leads for a client that's in the service-based industry and how we 4x their organic traffic. We did this in 7 months as a timeline. I'm going to go over a few steps on what we did, but before I do that, it's very important to know who the client is. Of course, I can't, disclose exactly, but I need everyone to understand that not any business can do this. It's very important to understand that you have to be in a certain position where you have the budget, you have a real business, you have social proof. You can't just kind of come out with with a business and just start generating ads. So if you're an established business, this is possible. It's not for anyone. So understand sort of where you're at with your business before you try to launch a strategy like that, because if you make the wrong moves, you could lose money on the investment. So we're going to talk about the steps that we took here at Sleek by Design to make this happen. So first of all, it's very important that we understand the end goal, like where we're trying to drive the traffic to, is the website. The website must be very well done, that when someone lands on the website, when you send someone to the website through the ads or through SEO or through whatever it is, you are understanding that the website needs to seem trusted, the content needs to be good, social proof. The person really needs to feel like if I go to this person, they're going to take care of me, right? Now, our strategy, which is unique to Sleek, is that we have an engine where we choose between 10 to 20 keywords you want to rank for, and we develop the website with those keywords in mind, which we use certain technologies to be able to make that happen and help you rank pretty quickly for those keywords. Now, once we establish the 10 to 20 keywords, we start designing the website according to the brand and build and test it to launch it so it's optimized for conversions. Once that's done, we basically begin the performance side. Our proprietary technology, we call it the Rank Rocket, is basically a way that we can really implement keywords very rapidly. No like black hat methods, but really blogs, implementing the keywords into the images using AI and different technologies that are modern, and helping Google source this website as a credible, source for information in the industry that this client is targeting. From there, we run performance ads, basically trying to generate leads as fast as possible so the person can turn that into revenue and continue to invest into the ads and scale the company. This process here in the beginning is about 60 to 90 days just to kick things off. But from there, the marketing is continuous. So we're going to go over a little bit of what we did, but before we do that, I want to go over the challenges of why you can't just use a paid approach and why the organic stuff is very important as well. We don't want to attack ads because it's a big part of our strategy, but we want people to know that you can't just do paid, because as soon as you shut off those ads, your presence sort of disappears. So it's very important that you have an organic effort in line, because we can see some stats here. Average cost per click for Google is very high. Same with Facebook, especially if you're in a competitive industry. For organic ads, a lot of people skip the ads. For organic traffic, a lot of people skip the ads to see what organic results come up because they feel like that's a more trusted approach. So you can see the conversion rate is much higher. So CTR stands for click-through rate, so the chance of someone clicking is a little bit higher for an organic link than a paid link. A lot of people have ad blockers and different technologies that allow people to skip those ads and just focus on the organic stuff. So it's very important that you have a multi-pronged approach of using organic and paid traffic, because as these stats here show, people trust organic more. But paid is very important to get your brand in front of people's faces. So using both will allow you to scale the business. Now, some of the results we drove for this guy, he started in May 2023, but the results from September to April, this is what they look like before working with us. So they generated a total of 6,900 visitors. You can see that on the top right. About 3,700 came from SEO. If you look at the different sections there in between, they are all about, we'll break down where the traffic came from. So as you can see, decent numbers, but the ratio stays the same as it goes up with us. But we obviously pushed hard on organic, and you can see that's what really helped the company scale, because again, organic is more likely to convert into a sale. Paid stuff, is a little bit challenging. Now, the results that we have here are pretty good. I mean, the SEO alone generated 19,300, but with our paid efforts as well, we were able to generate a total of 34,000 users and about 39,000 sessions. So a session is just a returned user, someone that went more than once. So point of the story, you can see how full, what it looks like to have a full approach. Now, keep in mind, this person was spending a good amount of budget on paid as well. So, it was really important for us to do both to get to this goal that we have here. On the organic side, this focuses a little bit just on that, but you could see one key point here on the conversion rate optimization side. But by, really making it more modern UI and more, solid UI for mobile especially, we're able to increase the average engagement time by 47%, meaning that people spend more time on the website and Google notices that, and also helps improve the ranking. So people spent a minute where before they're spending about 30 seconds on the website. Next, we're going to talk about the lead generation side, what we did in Q2 and Q3. So, when we started in Q2, it was a little bit of a challenge. We had a little bit of a dip, but then we started an increase, and the total we were able to generate were about 799 phone calls, which secured about 150 appointments. Going into Q4, we started to scale that even more. So Q4, was another 400, I believe, which totaled out to be about 1,117 phone calls. I think about 220 booked appointments, which was huge, and we increased the number of calls by 60% from where they were before. So that's definitely a good growth compared to where they were at before, and obviously, the client was able to really scale from there. So just to cover some of the points, like I mentioned, local SEO is super big. Building out content for the region that they're in. Looking at the demographic, right, as you can see in the last bullet, we focused a little bit on Spanish content as well because that was a big demographic they wanted to target. A lot of the technical stuff was really implementing the keywords into the website, focusing on a paid strategy that was solid, and combining all of that for a omni-channel approach, if you will. So that being said, hopefully that gives you a little bit of information on how we did things, and hopefully if you're doing this yourself, it can give you some insight. If you are looking to work with us, just to tell you a little bit about us. My name is William Buscemi. I founded this company. I'm based in Silicon Valley. I focus on the technology to help companies scale. So we build like a full marketing approach where you have analytics like the ones that we showed in the earlier slides, where you could really see everything. And I can't tell you anything that is incredible because the analytics will show the whole story. So we built out this technology. We've been investing a lot into our company, and we've been growing the last 3 years. And this is our approach. Hopefully that helps you get some insight. And if you ever need help, you can always contact us. Just a little bit about our company. We won, top award in 2022 in San Jose, where we're based. We increased the brand's organic leads in the construction space by 600%. We helped the SaaS company secure $1.6 million in seed funding by building a strong design. 100% of our clients achieve top 10 rankings on Google for their targeted keywords, and our clients always make their money back by at least 2 times. Aside from getting, a couple of awards, we've done a lot of great things here at the company. The slide's even outdated. We can talk about those all day, but, of course, in the end of the day, we'd love to help you. So if there's anything that we can support you with at Sleek, feel free to reach out to us, and we would love to, take the conversation to the next level and help you scale your business. Thanks for watching.